campsite at the end of Jade Lake, and we're just walking over here to the creek, and we get to look up towards Emerald Lake. Early in the morning, the sun is just starting to come out. It went down about 6 o'clock last night. Now it's finally coming out again. Just, you can see we got another 15 minutes before it picks up down here. There's Greg over there, still diddling around, trying to get his pack together. And as soon as he does, we'll be on our way. Alright, good morning from just below Tank Lakes. That ridge behind me there, yeah, we climb up and over that to get to Tank Lakes. So I'll give you just a little view around here. We just got up into this little bowl here, and Greg is back there taking on some extra water because it looks like we're going to be in the snow the rest of the way up. So we just want to make sure we got water, although I think at Tank and Fawn Lakes we will. Looking back there to the shoulder of Hinman behind me there, coming around, and again, there's the route. There's our route, right up and over that little pass. Okay, here we are at the top of the ridge. Behind me right there, Greg, who we readily admit we're lost again because we let Greg lead. I don't know what we were thinking, but we're pretty lost.
What's this wee stuff? Like, is there somebody else here besides you?
Yeah. Down there is the Necklace Valley, Jade, Opal, Emerald Lake, all those guys. We came up from over that way. Yonder. Yes, good point, Greg. And so we continue around here. I'm pretty sure that we go right over that pass over that way. And then we'll be over towards Fawn Lakes, and we traverse around.
At least if you find this video, that'd be the point last seen.
Yeah, exactly. Or this would be. We hope we don't have to go through. If you can see through the trees there, there's a more steep approach. We're pretty sure we can go around it. And you can see this is all a big massive here. And you can see that plateau over there is where Laban Lakes sit. And then if you traverse to the right is Laban Gap. And you can see the route up Hinman, up that ridgeline all the way to the top. So, all for now. Get back on the trail. Okay, here we are. We are now between Fawn and Tank Lakes. And behind me there, you're looking at Hinman. And as we come around here, you can see we're standing on some very interesting, just slab of granite, just smooth with little cracks through it. And oh, you can't see Fawn Lake. It's just right over that little hill and down below there. And then you can see we're sitting here in this little basin. And Greg is standing in the little basin. And we're going to go right over that little gap just over there. On the far side of that gap is Tank Lakes.
We hope.
We hope, yeah. If not, we're screwed.
That's right, again.
Yeah, again. Still. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is I have to hike with Greg, and Greg has to hike with me, which means we're both screwed.
Yeah.
So,
Mutual assured destruction.
yeah. All right. So, pretty little basin. Been waiting 5 years to be up here, maybe more, and here I am.
That is with Prothman, so. Oh well.
But I'm with Prothman, but you got to take your look. I've been looking for a sucker to bring on this trip for a long time. Greg finally said, "Hey, I'm looking for a place to go." I said, "Fish on." Reel them in.
All right, man.
Oh, here we are. Way at the pass. You can see the Middle Fork Range there, Overcoat and Big Chief and those guys. There's Greg making his way down, and we think, pretty sure actually, that Tank Lake sits right down there in that little flat. We just traverse along, you know, just right along down here. And those are on the next ridge. There's a big valley between. All right. So there is Tank Lake, sitting right in there. And I'm walking along the surface. It's like walk along craters of the moon, man. It is rough. You have to just keep walking. You can see Greg's footprints there. And every once in a while you get the chance to look up and see where you're going. Most of the time you have to just check and see what's going on with the snow right in front of you. But it is beautiful. High clouds moving in, a little worried about the weather moving in on us. There's a hole for you. Still a beautiful morning. There's enough sun coming through that clouds that it's still pretty doggone warm on us. We stopped a little bit ago, got all sunscreened up. There's a creek I gotta step over without drifting through. I have a habit of breaking through where Greg doesn't. I don't know why. He outweighs me. I think he sets the trap for me, gets it just right, and then I hit on it and down she goes. So, all right, that's all for now. Okay, here we are past Tank Lakes. We're heading north. Those are the big peaks of the Middle Fork there. We think we got to go kind of the way Greg's going, and then there's a gap down there, and then we got to turn right and start dropping down towards Azurite Lake. And you can see there's a big old peak. We came from right back there, came over that draw, and we go up this hill just a little bit. There's Tank Lake laying right there on this wind. Is probably annoying as hell. It's cold too, and as you can see, the sky has clouded up. So, sign of things to come, but at least we got plenty of visibility to keep working our rock. Okay, here's Greg on the crux move.
Well, one of the crux moves.
One of them, maybe. Coming down, a little bush belay down the rock face here. And we are almost down.
Somehow cheated death again.
Cheated death again. This is, what's the name of that mountain over there? This is
Snow, I think?
Yeah, well,
no, Bear's Breath, or hell, I don't know.
I don't know. Bear's Breath back that way, and there's another one. Anyway, we think this is that pass.
Big steep mountain.
Big steep mountain pass, and then we go down this valley to the right. And this is where we pick 4,600 feet, and we go way down, traverse around, and
Come way back up.
come way back up. And so this is what we just came down. This would be the hard route compared to what we did, I think. And so off we go. Down that way and around the corner. All right, here we are stopping for a quick snack. This is what we just came down, is this kind of heather rocky thing. And I slipped halfway down and twisted the shit out of my Indian ankle.
And this is Doug's sore ankle that we've just put ibuprofen into now.
Yeah.
He twisted it a good one, but I think he's serviceable because he has no choice.
That's right, I have no choice. Thank you for that. And once I get around to Chimney Rock, Summit Chief, and Overcoat with Overcoat Glacier. And this one we haven't looked up yet. But it's pretty. So we now know where we need to go. We need to go continue down the ridge here. And then we're looking down the valley. And down there is Otter Lake. Sorry about the wind. That's Otter Lake. And right through that gap is Azurite. It's 1,000 feet below where we are now. So we gotta drop down to that gap and then drop down to 4,600 feet and start our traverse. So what do you think, Greg? Let's get going. All right, here's a perfect example of our route finding skills. Here we are looking at the trip up Iron Cap Pass. It's right up above there. See how nice and gentle and easy that is? Yeah. What we came down, as we went too far up the side, see where that waterfall is? We came down just to, well, what you're looking at, the right side of that waterfall. A steep, messy mess. Where we could have just come down here. And here's where we're going. These are the two little lakes that lay in there, about 4,600 feet, just above Otter Lake. And we get around those, do a little traversing, and then up to Azurite. Alright, day 2 lunch spot. Here we are. We've had kind of an explosion of the gear because we spread everything out to dry from this morning dew. There was condensate on the inside of the tent. The tent was a little low for some reason. Greg, any idea why?
Because I tripped on the guy wire getting out to pee last night. That might have been it. I doubt that could have happened. But.
Yeah. So anyway, we got everything dry. We got ourselves all fed. We got fresh water. We're down in two little ponds. Otter Lake is down that way. That's where we got to go. Got about a half mile to a mile of traversing at 4,600 feet, and then we'd take a left turn and go into Azurite Lake. And we came from up that way. So all for now. We'll see you again at Azurite Lake. Gotta spend some time and put all that crap away. Watch Greg straighten the ski pole. Alright, here we are traversing along, trying to make our way down, traverse along and then up into Azurite, which we think is beyond this pond, traverse up to the left.
We hope.
We hope indeed. But over here across the valley is a spectacular set of falls. Look at that. Coming down all the way to the top of the ridge. Alright, and this is where we've come from. We've kind of been thrashing brush here for a while. And I think we've got some more brush thrashing to do before we get to Azurite. Hopefully the brush thrashing will lighten up. Alright. Okay, question is, whose legs are worse? It was a hard-fought battle getting to Azurite Lake. There's Azurite. And there is Greg's leg. Let's zoom in on the wounds there. Okay, let's come back to Doug's leg.
Yeah, but you can't see Doug's swollen ankle.
Well, it's all nice and hidden in the boot. And I'm here. But
not so swollen, I don't think, is it?
No, but sore.
Sore.
Yeah, so we're here at Azurite. We're looking, we see cliffs across the lake that drop right down into the water. And you can see right over there, those cliffs right there drop right down into the water.
So we think we have to swim it.
I'm thinking, we're looking for a raft. Right now our plan is to try and make it up and over these cliffs here. And then we work our way along the edge of the lake the rest of the way. So here, let's come out and take a look at the rest of the lake. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's the problem right there. Those buggers come right down and into the lake. And they do the same thing on the other side of the lake. But according to all the guidebooks, somewhere above all of that is a route. So we hope. And then we go across that scree slope and then right through that pass that we're looking at right there. And that's our salvation. Well, not really. We go through that pass and we go up to Azure Lake. And the weather has improved. It was cloudy this morning. Still got some clouds drifting through. But the sun came out and kind of baked us and allowed us to get our stuff dry, which is kind of cool. But we're just sitting here recovering a little bit from the route up and refreshing our water supplies. We'll talk to you later. Alright, here we are above Azurite. I don't know if we can see it down through the trees. No, we cannot. We're about 500 vertical feet above Azurite. And we've got a lovely little pond and water flow, and like we've had all day, all sorts of water. And we think over that gap over there is Angeline, and up that way a ways is Azure, and beyond Azure to Chetwood. So we're making our way around.
4:19, 4:20 in the afternoon.
And it's 4:20 in the afternoon, and we've got a couple more miles to go. It shouldn't be too much longer. All right, quick stop to check the map at Azure Lake, far side. We want to confirm which one of those draws we want to go up. So there's Azure Lake. Where's Greg? I lost Greg. Oh no, there he is.
All right.
Greg is looking at the map. We're trying to decide whether we want to go up that one right there, or we can go up to the right and then another one off to the right. But we're just trying to confirm which one it is.
I'm positive I know which one it is up here. I'll show you.
Okay.
Oh,
Where are we?
Little Chetwood!
Where? There? Oh my God, look at that. It is Little Chetwood.
See, we're not lost despite
Our best efforts. There's Little Chetwood. And Big Chetwood just on the other side of the waterfall over here.
Indeed.
And in between Little Chetwood and Big Chetwood is home. Pack explosions have begun.
Dickers are being installed.
Yeah, the bugs are out. They're not horrible, but they're definitely out. And the weather is starting to look a little questionable. Might be, we heard that there's supposed to be some weather coming in. Well, might be the case. And long day. We got into camp at, let's see, we left at 10 to 8 and we got into camp at
5:30.
5:30.
Yep.
So
Long day.
long day on the trail. Yeah. Yeah, not the best looking after a long, hard day on the trail. But got my sandals on, feet out of my boots. Really like that. Just wandering around a little bit after being underneath that pack all day. Feels pretty good. So very, very pretty place. We're looking over here at Big Snow Mountain. That's up behind me there. That's that one right there. A little hard to tell. That's Big Snow Mountain. So we'll see what the weather and our emotions hold for tomorrow and see whether we're going to do it or not. Okay, so all for now. Here we are at Chetwood Lake, and you can see the evening, the sun is out. There's the lake down there. Couldn't see it from the other campsite, but you can see it from here.
Pretty frozen.
Very nice, very, very frozen. That's big snow over there, and that's Chetwood Lake. And over here, we just finished hanging our food. That's it up there in the bag in the tree. Well, we think it's good enough. Haven't seen any bears or anything other than that orange one over there. He's a little bear.
A little grumpy, but no,
Yeah.
I can show you a bear thing.
Yeah. I'll shut the camera off. Yeah. Yeah, very nice here. Good morning. We're at Chetwood Lake still, and we woke up to clouds and an extremely heavy dew on the tent and on everything else around here. I'll show you the tent. It'll focus in that closely. There is just a lot of water on the tent. And hopefully you can see me through the mosquitoes, because the mosquitoes are out this morning. And you can see we're busily cooking breakfast over here. Say good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Greg.
There we go. The pack explosion fortunately hasn't started raining, so the pack explosion continues. The incredible exploding pack. We've been watching the tops of the mountains come and go as the clouds roll around. So look out that way, you can start to see just the tops of the mountains are going. They were out this morning, now they're going. So Big Snow Mountain over there would be cold and foggy this morning with no view. And in fact, we come back over here and look. This one is, that one up there, the top of that one is completely gone. And then we had an interesting, just shortly after we rolled out of bed this morning, we heard a rock fall right over there. And hang on a second.